Hi, everybody. My name's Jason.
I'm Caden.
I'm Jaden.
I'm Eli.
And we are the Yahuwah and the Torah channel, and I thank you guys very, very much. It has been about 2 weeks since I've actually had my entire clan to the point where we were able to do one of these scripture readings. Gentlemen, where have you been? What have you been doing?
Working.
Working, that's it? That's all I get? Eli, what are you doing?
I cook.
You cook? You cook food all the time?
Yeah.
You never ending? Are you a slave cook person?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. It just never ends, does it? Mm-mm. You have to cook and cook and cook. Kate, what have you been doing?
I've been here with you.
That's it? That's all you got for an update after 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Wow, it's terrible. Jade, what have you been working on?
Elderly sitting and computer repair.
Elderly sitting. How's that going? How did that go?
When as well as could be, I guess.
So we did the elderly sitting for 2 and some weeks. 2 weeks. And then the pacemaker kicked into this old gal, and she started flying all around. And so now we just go up there once or twice a day and make sure that they have food and make sure that they are good. Miss Nicole took them to medical stuff yesterday. So that's been an adventure. What else is going on, fellas? Anything?
The Bibles are now being shipped out.
Bibles are being shipped. That is huge news. These are this has been amazing. Hundreds of Bibles have now been shipped out. And the prisoners, we've had almost 100% success. I only have one prison in Arizona that I'm having issues with right now that I got to call the dude next Tuesday because we stick an invoice on the outside of these scriptures. And to get them into prisons, you have to have an invoice that shows 0. Because I guess at some point the prisons and all their people started ordering magazines and everybody got the prison owed money or something of the sort. So it has to show a 0 invoice. And it did. And so the homeboy that opened the mail there, which is a police officer, he, I guess he just opened it up and didn't look at the invoice. So anyway, it's stuck in holding at the moment. And we have another brother who was, he didn't get his, but he will get his once he's out of trouble because he got stuck in the hole because he roughed up a dude a while ago and he's been in the hole for like a long time. So his Bibles, his scriptures are waiting for him. So guys, what you're looking at right here is the greatest English translation that you will ever find. I truly believe that the people that are receiving these scriptures, the brothers and sisters out there love these. This is a big book, guys. This is literally a bulletproof book spiritually and physically. You're not going to get a 22 through this. I don't think you're going to get a 38 through this. Might be able to pop a hole with a 45. This is a big book. This is a very, very big book. And so when I'm talking bulletproof, that's what it is. And so this isn't a child's book. This is a study book. It's 14.5 font. That means you will be able to see it. Many people have said, wow, it is huge, but we love reading it with that huge font. It is absolutely a beautiful, beautiful book. You have 103 books in it, and you have 3 bookmarks. It's available right now. You can get it 6 days a week. They are when sunset comes tonight. When Shabbat begins, then you will not be able to get them from the store. We don't buy or sell on Shabbat. And we will turn it right on right after sunset tomorrow night, and they will be available for you guys. Okay, this is the back of it. This is the back of the book right here. It has the name of our Messiah, and it also has a shofar. And so, gentlemen, we are in 2 Kings 14. For everybody out there, it's been a long time for those who are listening to this segment. This is the days of Saul, David, Solomon at the beginning right here. And as we've been going through these scriptures, and for anybody who has been reading with us for a very long time, you guys have gone through all of these with us. And so here we are right here. Can anybody remember anything that's happening or give me at least some sort of a recap? Jubs, it's been a bit. Can you hook me up? It's hard to remember. It's like 2 weeks ago.
We had Elijah. He did his little prophet things. Trained Elisha. Then he got taken up to wherever in a fiery chariot. Then Elisha came and took over. He started doing miracles and helping families out and helping people, foreigners outside of Israel. He prophesied the ladies not have a child. She had her child. The child grew up a little bit, and the child died. Elisha brought him back to life. Elisha went and was against kings and certain people. He fought certain people, and they blinded people that came after him. And then at some point he died, and now the Israel, I think, was fighting last, if I remember it, they were fighting someone. They were fighting Ben-Hadad.
Yeah, and so it's been a long time, guys. And we read a lot of other scriptures, a lot of other places, so forgive us for not having the exact lowdown on this. And again, those who have watched this video segment, hopefully you guys have a better lowdown than we do on this. What you're looking at here, right, guys, is you're looking at all 12 tribes of Yisrael right before we are split, and we're getting down to where the northern tribes are about to go into captivity. In 722, they're taken into captivity, and we've been reading all through these times. And these are the times that our Creator has given these people, this particular set of people, to repent, to follow Him, to keep His laws, statutes, and commandments. And we are the family that believes that the laws, statutes, and commandments that are found in Scriptures, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, are the rules and guideposts for life. They are everything to us and our family. We hope that they are everything to you and your family. We follow Deuteronomy 6:4, where we love these words. We write them on our hearts. We want them on our doorposts. We want them as frontlets between our eyes. And there's a set of people. It's a kingdom set people, a people who are willing to be obedient to the laws, statutes, and commands of our Creator, and have the faith of Messiah Yahushua. And for those who do not know who Messiah Yahushua is, that is Jesus the Christ. There were no J's in Hebrew. Prior to 1611, they had his name as Iesus, I-E-S-U-S, and he was a Hebrew man, and so he would not have had a J. There's no such letter in the Hebrew language. So here we are right here in 2 Kings 14, where we'll be reading today. And as you guys can see, we're really close to the northern tribes being taken into captivity. And so here, everybody, take a look around here, around this table. And so here we are right here. And so right at 2 Kings 14, sorry for the bump, anyone. And so this is a big deal because the northern tribe, who I believe that all of us are, never came back from their captivity. And so these are the Gentiles that are dispersed amongst the nations, and they are who we are. We are our identity could very well be the Northern Kingdom, and so these are why history is very important, and why these guys taken into captivity is because they were lawless. They did not follow our Creator's ways. And a lot of people will believe that there is a lawless set of religion that somehow gets saved. But according to Revelation 14:12, the only people that are saved are those who have the laws, statutes, and commandments and are following them, and they observe them, and those who have the faith of Messiah Yahushua. Okay, so let us begin. Guys, Yah Scriptures, our reading right here is absolutely free of charge. This app right here is absolutely free of charge. You can get this at yahscriptures.com. Hopefully soon it will be going into the Play Store. So let us begin. In the second year of Joash, son of Joachaz, sovereign of Yisrael, Amatzyahu, son of Joash, sovereign of Yehuda, began to reign. He was 25 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 29 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Jehoaddan of Jerusalem. And he did what was right in the eyes of Yahuwah, but not like his father David. He did according to all his father Joash did. However, the high places were not taken away. The people still slaughtered and burned incense on the high places. So this is one of these the buts, right? It's all good, but it's all however. This is a huge however. Guys, what we're talking about with this however is we're talking about a people that still worshipped other mighty ones, other deities, those who were not Yahuwah. We weren't supposed to have high places. We were not supposed to slaughter and burn incense on these high places. Guys, this is idolatry. This is the problem, and why these people and why we as Yah's people will remain in captivity until we figure out what these laws, statutes, and commands are all about. This is what the new covenant is about. When it's talking about Hebrews 8 and people are talking about a new covenant, the new covenant is for two houses, the house of Yisrael and the house of Yehuda, right? It doesn't have a house of Gentile. And it is talking, the Hebrews 8 is a future tense verse where it talks about all of us when we're probably in the kingdom where everybody knows the Torah. You don't have to tell one person or another about the Torah because everybody knows the Torah. So we have this group of people that are still not keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of our Creator. Continuing on. And it came to be, as soon as the reign was strong in his hand, that he smote his servants who had smitten his father, the sovereign. But he did not put to death the children of the murderers, according to what is written in the book of the Torah of Moshe, in which Yahuwah commanded, saying, fathers are not to put to death for the children, and children are not put to death for the fathers, but each one is put to death for his own sin. Now, we know this in Torah, right, boys?
Right.
Right. We know this as a Torah command. But how is it possible that fathers and mothers are able to be cursed for up to 10 generations if that the Torah, that everybody's responsible for their own sin? How is it possible that others are cursed when the children do bad things?
Because it's bad because the parents didn't raise the children right.
Right,
So
because
it falls on them.
even though, yeah, and so it's not that we will be judged based upon the actions of our children, but things in our life and our world can completely be changed, and we can end up with curses by us not keeping Torah, by us not being obedient to the Torah. So let's continue on real quick. 7. He smote Edom in the valley of Salt, 10,000, and took Selah in battle, and called his name Yachthiel to this day. Amatzyahu then sent messengers to Yahoash, son of Yahoachaz, son of Yahu, sovereign of Yisrael, saying, come, let us look at each other in the face. And Yehoash, sovereign of Yisrael, sent to Amatzyahu, sovereign of Yahudah, saying, the thistle that was in Lebanon sent to the cedar that was in Lebanon, saying, give your daughter to my son as wife. And a wild beast that was in Lebanon passed by and trampled the thistle. All right, what is homeboy saying here? What is this guy?
So he's trying to do a parable here, but he's like saying that one of these people is a thistle, one of these people is a cedar, and then he said, give me your daughter. So I think one of these guys wants the daughter here of one of the tribes. And then he said a wild beast trampled the thistle. So I think the thistle is him. I think the cedar is the other guy he's talking about.
So you have Yahoash. You see something different on this guy?
Mm-mm.
You're not even listening, are you?
I was.
Oh, yeah? Then tell me, what's your take on this, Holmes?
I think kind of like Joey said.
Oh, kind of like Joey said? You sound like a politician, my friend. Okay, so what we have Yoash, sovereign of Yisrael, and sent to Amatzyahu, sovereign of Yahudah, saying, the thistle that was in Lebanon sent to the cedar. So essentially you're saying that a little tiny pebble sent to a giant rock that you give your daughter to my son as wife, right? It's like, it's basically Yahoash saying that he is a huge thing, right? A cedar compared to a thistle there's no thing,
No
right?
comparison.
No comparison, right? It's like taking on a monstrous thing. 10. You have certainly smitten Edom, and your heart has lifted you up. Be esteemed and stay in your house. But why do you stir up yourself to evil, that you should fall, you and Yahudah with you? But Amatzyahu did not listen. So Yoash, sovereign of Yisrael, went up, and he and Amatzyahu, sovereign of Yahudah, faced one another at Bet Shemesh, which belongs to Yahudah.
So here are Yisrael and Yehudah fighting again.
Yeah, and I'm popping back over to the gallery here because this is where we have these two kings right here. Kings 14 right here. And so the timeline, this is weird because this one has us over in 2 Kings. But 2 Kings 14 over here, this is who we're talking about, Amaziyahu, right there. And then we have this king right here, Jehoash, right there. And so we have these, this is like the Hatfields and McCoys. This is like a civil war. This is like the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom coming up against each other, right? You want to have anything?
Nope, I think I already said something.
Okay, but Amatzyahu did not listen. So Yoash,
you're on 12.
12. Okay, and Yahudah was smitten before Yisrael, and they each fled to his tent. And Yahoash, sovereign of Yisrael, caught Amatzyahu, sovereign of Yahudah, son of Yahoash, son of Achazyahu, at Bet Shemesh. And they came to Jerusalem, and he broke through the wall of Jerusalem from the gate of Ephraim to the corner gate, 400 amma, and took all the gold and silver and all the objects that were found in the house of Yahuwah and in the treasuries of the sovereign's house and hostages, and returned to Shomeron. And the rest of the acts of Yahoash, which he did, and his might, and how he fought with Amatziyahu, sovereign of Yehuda, are they not written in the book of the annals of the sovereigns of Israel? All right, so what happened here?
So this dude just got completely smoted, and then this dude, I think, took all his objects. So everything in the house, because the house of Yahuwah is inside of Judah. It's in Bethlehem, isn't it?
Jerusalem.
That's one. It's in Jerusalem, and as this king of Israel, he does not follow Yahuwah. They do not follow Yahuwah, but the people of Judah kind of are. They still have idol worship and other stuff going on land, but there's more than the other people. Well, they got completely slaughtered because they went to battle when they shouldn't have.
Yep.
And they didn't go. They didn't ask Yahuwah. They just went to battle against Israel. Israel came in and completely crushed them, and then they took everything out of the house of Yahuwah. So basically, they lost Yahuwah's house and they lost the battle. So they didn't just lose the battle here; they lost everything.
Yeah, they got smoted here. Okay, 16. So Yahoash slept with his fathers and was buried in Shomron with the sovereigns of Yisrael. And Jeroboam, his son, reigned in his place. And Amatziyahu, son of Joash, sovereign of Yehuda, lived 15 years after the death of Yahoash, son of Jehoachaz, sovereign of Yisrael. And the rest of the acts of Amatziyahu, are they not written in the book of the annals of the sovereign of Yehuda? And the sovereigns of Yehuda? And they made a conspiracy against him in Jerusalem. And he fled to Lachish. And they sent after him to Lachish and killed him there, and brought him on horses. And he was buried at Jerusalem with his fathers in the city of David. Okay, who just died?
The sovereign of
Amatziyahu.
Yehuda.
This is the guy of Judah. He didn't get killed in the battle, but he got beat.
Okay. 21. And all the people of Yehuda took Azariah, who was 16 years old, and appointed him to reign instead of his father Amatziyahu. Okay, so we have a new king of Judah, right? And a new kid reigning in Judah. This is like the Game of Thrones. It's like everybody and people are dying and reigning for just little bits. Okay, 22. He built Eliath and restored it to Yehuda after the sovereign slept with his fathers. In the 15 years of Amatziyahu, son of Joash, the sovereign of Yehuda, Jeroboam, son of Joash, the sovereign of Yisrael, began to reign in Shomron and reigned 41 years. And he did evil in the eyes of Yahuwah. He did not turn away from all the sins of Jeroboam, son of Nevet, who had made Yisrael sin. Okay, which king of who is this and who's he?
We're now in Israel. And the kings got appointed. And Jeroboam was one of the first kings, I think, from Ephraim that went astray. Back in the very back after Solomon and Rehoboam destroyed the reign of Israel and it separated.
And this is Jeroboam 2. This is actually the names of this guy.
But he says he didn't turn away from the sins of Jeroboam. Jeroboam was the very first guy.
Yeah. Where's he at? Jeroboam. There we
Jeroboam
go.
way
the
back
very
there.
first one who wasn't part of Yehuda.
Yeah, and he's in Israel. He's a king. Yep. And so here we have Jeroboam 2 right here, and then again we're still doing evil in the eyes of our Creator.
Yeah, and there's really Jeroboam was a very wicked person, so he did very great sins like his great grandfather did.
Yeah, and so we only have 3 more chapters before these guys go into captivity, before it's game over for the northern tribes.
And they deserve for what they're doing here.
Yep. Okay, continue on. Where am I at, fellas?
I think 25.
Is it 25?
I just keep flipping.
Okay.
Down.
Yeah.
You're in 25.
You have the new version? It's
Yeah,
less
I do.
sensitive.
It's really sensitive.
Okay, he restored, 25, he restored the border of Yisrael from the entrance of Kamath to the sea of Arava, according to the word of Yahuwah, Elohim of Yisrael, which he had spoken through his servant, Yonah, son of Amittai, the Navi, who was from Gath Kepher. Oh, we have Yonah. Who's Yonah?
That is the prophet Jonah. We all know about him, Jonah and the whale.
Yeah, and he was a prophet from Gath Kepher.
And so that's him.
Okay, for Yahuwah saw that the affliction of Yisrael was very bitter, and there was no one, neither shut up nor left at large, to help Yisrael. And Yahuwah had not said that he would blot out the name of Yisrael from under the Shamaim, but save them by the hand of Jeroboam, son of Joash. And the rest of the acts of Jeroboam, and all that he did, and his might, how he fought, and how he recovered Damascus and Kamath for Yehuda in Yisrael, are they not written in the book of the annals of the sovereigns of Yisrael? So Jeroboam slept with his fathers, the sovereigns of Yisrael, and Zechariah, his son, reigned in his place. And so there we have right there, Jeroboam, the next piece. We're heading into 2 Kings 15. And I honestly don't know when the next time it will be. So for those who are hanging with us, we are doing a live reading tomorrow. If you guys have not heard, on our main channel, I know there's a lot. We have a lot of channels everywhere, but you guys will want to catch up with us on YouTube, on our main Yahuwah and the Torah channel. It's the one that has, I think, 38,000 subs on it. That's where we go live, and we would love to have you guys live. It's getting bigger live. It's getting exciting on Shabbat days. There's a lot of feedback, a lot of cool stuff going on. So we definitely want to invite you guys all into this. Thank you guys for being a part of this reading. Tomorrow is Shabbat. So at sunset tonight is when our day ends and Shabbat begins, and it ends tomorrow at sunset. And if you want to cook what you cook today, see what you're going to see today. We are supposed to rest. Shabbat is a day of rest, that we are not to be doing servile work. And it's a really good day. So thank you all for being a part of this reading. We love y'all. We hope you guys have a wonderful day. And we're out.
See you tomorrow.
Shalom.